Well, I thought the difference was the level of I'm trying to come up with another word because I say poise so much, but it was just that. You know, they scored 20 points in the first 4.5 minutes. We called a timeout, and then we just stayed the course. And the ability to regroup without losing your confidence is something that we've learned over time. And in our program, we always say, you know, we don't want anything to affect the culture, but also the spirit of our team. And I thought that was the case tonight. I mean, they came out just nailing threes, and we weren't up in our coverages. And then after that, we just played much better on the defensive end. And then offensively, we started getting the ball from side to side, and that allowed us to at least have balanced offense so we could get back in transition. And we had to take care of that much better in the first and some in the second quarter. They were getting leak outs off of their contest on a deep shooter. Once we were able to play better in those two environments, it was pretty cool to watch our guys on a back-to-back play with that kind of juice and energy. I told the guys it was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. I've been around for a little bit. I probably have been around some that are better, but just with this group, that was one of the best I've ever seen. Well, I mean, I think he was close to a triple-double. That speaks volumes. I mean, he hadn't done anything in almost a week. I think he worked out some yesterday. Then he shot this morning. And Jack took him to the gym, and Jared came in and said, "Coach, he looks good." He's just gifted. And I thought our team fed off of his, as they say, swag this morning in the meeting. But then in the game, like, there was a level of calm because Book was out there. So that's something that I certainly don't take for granted. And look across the board, I mean, there's a lot of guys who played well, but his plus minus was 31. Usually I don't even bring that up unless it's something like that. Mikal was 24. Those two guys were tremendous to them. Yeah. I wish I had something that I could tell you that was substantial, and I had it down. We have resilient guys. That's something that we do talk about. We also say we just don't let stuff affect the gym or the way we play or our spirit. And our guys like to hoop, Other than that, I don't have a great answer for you, but I know they love playing basketball and they love playing together. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those plays. I don't think it was malicious at all. Just thought he kind of got under Cam a little bit. I didn't see the replay, but it looked like he landed on his foot. But again, Cam, he did not want to leave the game. And when I saw him tying up his shoe tighter, that's always a sign that a guy can play through. We'll see how he responds to the plane ride home. But I was proud of his level of toughness in that moment. We want guys to show that. We don't want them to put themselves in harm's way. Or we certainly like when guys show that level of resiliency in those moments.
It's almost like adjusting again.
What? Yeah, I just think guys played the same way. Like Landry was still firing away. That's what we want. We don't want him coming back and feeling like he's got to, look for other guys. We want him to feel like he's open shooter. When he sees an opportunity to attack, do it. I thought Aaron played with the same confidence and scoring threat that he's been since he's come to play with us. JaVale was JaVale. I think that's what Chris and Book really want from everybody, is to play their game. It makes it a lot easier. Not easier, but it takes a bit of the pressure off of them as far as double teams and things of that nature when it comes to coverages.
They just seem like felt like it was
yeah, just, he had a bit of a continuation from last night. He had a ton of sacrificial dives tonight that opened it up for everybody. We were just trying to figure out if they were going to switch, if they were going to zone a lot, or if they were going to be in coverage. They started out in a normal coverage, and I thought DA did a pretty good job of, diving and then just doing what he does around the basket. And then defensively, he made the adjustment to get up in their DHOs, which, can take away the threes at times. But overall, I thought he played an above solid game for us, and that's pretty tough to do, especially after the game we had last night against a really good team. Yeah, I mean, that's something that we addressed after the Milwaukee game. I think we gave up 14. And, as hard as we played in Milwaukee, we felt like that was a bit of a difference, not being able to come up with the ball. Sometimes it's a funny bounce. Sometimes it's will. But to, hold a team to that kind of shooting number and only give up 6 offensive rebounds, that's a focus group. At some point, Cole will do his job, but Cole just left me.
Hey, Monty, sorry about that. It's Kellen. The road trip, you guys ended with a win. You have to go back to the Portland loss on the 3rd game of the year where you guys ended a road trip with a loss. Guys talk about good trip to great trip all the time. Is that just something you sense the guys use as extra motivation on these road trips to fly back to Phoenix with a win?
Yeah, I think we started saying it my first year in Phoenix. We talked about when you end up with a good record on your trip and you win that last game, we always say the food tastes better. The short's a bit flighter. I mean, the flight's a bit shorter. Can't believe I said that. And we just, want to end it on a good note. But I thought the way we played and the resiliency that we showed allowed for us to end it on a good note. Playing in a game last night and having Miami sitting here waiting on you, that's not an ideal situation. So even though we lost in Milwaukee, I thought winning the way we did last night and then winning tonight the way that we did made it a really good trip and a great trip in Suns basketball language.
It's very funny as well. But, people, when we see him, it's like, nothing's changed, nothing's changed. I feel like he never left the league. Defense was the coverages, the talking, the actions. So I feel like that's he said that I was kind of confused. He said that I wasn't too sure. He said his career is a lot, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt that we really did a good job on talking and staying the course. I think Duncan Robinson came up, shot a lot of threes, made a lot of them, got them going, got the juice running. But it's nothing we've never seen before. We've been here 100 times. Don't, don't shock us if it's not one big. We trust our defense and we trust each other. So, coming up that half, we stepped it up and tried to. Trying to be aggressive as that right now. Playoffs is right around the corner. I'm just trying to, maintain and get even in more shape and get that physicality and that extra possession, that extra effort, fifth win, if you could that even one, just to get in that playoff like environment. We're going to take no plays off, whether we up 100, still of course, and we're working on us. So that's just going through my head every time. Getting ready for playoffs and how I'm going to approach these games. No matter.
It seems like playing long.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Coach Minus wanted me to do. You know, playoffs comes. Times when I'm have to play 40, but that's nothing to me. I did that last year, but at the same time, what am I doing in those 40 minutes? I'm not just going to be running up and down. Like I said, I want to be way more of a threat. But, even more of an aggressor and put that to the floor on these boards. I've been bored in the last few games. Just trying to make sure I stay on top of it.
Play not tonight, maybe it's stretch your game without Chris and how different was that?
It wasn't different at all. We got guys that, they're not Chris and Book, but we got guys that stick to the course where it's our son's basketball. That don't change. And it was just more of a fundamental than, than see, just doing how he manipulates the game in his own way. But us was just mainly fundamentals and just sticking to that part of it, but doing it very well and put out those guys. I'd say open spaces, especially big teams, we saw them being a lot. Just took the defense in here. The team just fed off of that.
I'm surprised that the offense did put back away. He came back in. That's changing the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
You surprised you got Brandon Steele? Offense
at the same time, Booker would expect us to come back and get to the subject quick, so we expected him to get to it quick. So, there was no hiccups at all. Once we know Booker's on the floor, it's right back to reading him, ISO spacing, splits, just stuff that, the defense throw at him to adjust it quickly. Just talking. Tonight we was talking a lot to each other. It was loud and just sticking together, playing as a unit, making sure we communicate. That's what really kept us in the game.
Just been doing what we've been doing, man. Just playing hard, playing our way. Our coaching staff doing whatever it takes and doing a great job getting us ready with every game, every day. And then the players go out there playing for each other, playing for our coaches as well, and in the city, and just playing together, getting wins, man. It was great. They asked me that earlier today. It was great just to have them just here. Just it doesn't even matter about basketball. Just have him here as a friend and a teammate. He's always teed up, so it's always great to have him here. I don't know, man. Maybe I was raised and just wired a little different. I just don't like missing time. I don't like not being out there. But everybody has problems. Everybody has little injuries out there. It's just sometimes you might see my that slip, but I like being out there.
Shoulder tape for a couple of games.
Yeah, it just had something going on. I think it happened in the Portland game. Kind of woke up really uncomfortable. Had the tape for just protection for a couple games. Felt kind of good this morning, so I just felt like I didn't need it. Just felt like I needed that just for a couple games.
Like you said, tonight was one of the best performances I've ever seen. You guys gave up 25 points in the first 6 minutes and then held them to 90 for the game.
Just playing off each other, just helping each other, playing hard, knowing our concepts, knowing what we have to do against the team, and following the game plan and scout. Just everybody being on the string, that's all we were. If one guy might mess up, your brother's there to help you. So just playing team defense, playing it really well, and just helping each other out.
If Roger analysts have say why the Suns feel better now. What do you think?
I think everybody's just stepping up. Everybody's just, we had to do. It was a year under our belt, and we have another year, and we just get more comfortable with each other. So everybody's just just playing their role, and everybody get better.
The record says.
Yeah, for sure. I felt like that early in the season. I looked around, like this team. I feel like it's better, and then adding guys like Holiday coming and getting T. Craig back and Biz and stuff. Just keep adding on during the season. Or maybe even keep realizing like, yeah, this team is definitely a little bit better than last year.
So what is Devin comes back? I mean, how do you weigh in what you were expecting?
I expect nothing. I knew he was gonna come out here and hoop like he's always ready. So I knew there's never a problem with him. So once I know he was out, I'm like, he's gonna be ready to play. Get to it. And that's what he did.
In with one on Zoom from Kellen Olson.
Hey, Mikal, sorry, just one. The games in Brooklyn and Philly, you guys end the road trip with a win. You guys do it here again, second game of back-to-back, same thing. What is it about the end of road trips for you guys that motivates you to this level?
I think we had them long flights back home, a little happy. We don't like losing, especially in general, like losing, but especially on a road trip and coming back home. The flights they're not fun at all. So makes the flights way more fun.
Feel good, man. I missed it. I missed it a lot. Missed being around the guys. It's different watching it from the crib. I haven't done that in the past, so it's a new experience. But I got to be like on the movies, yelling in front of the TV screen. I got to do it all. It was a fun time.
Did you have any symptoms at all?
I did not, luckily. So that's the tough part of it, not feeling anything and not being able to play. I didn't know people were getting tested that much anymore, so I'm sure I'll be the last one to.
I'm curious when you look at this, like the signing that happened before, did you feel that energy with the guys to get back to last night?
Yeah, man, that's how our team goes, though. That's how we vibe with each other. Even before the game, just seeing each other again, being around the energy, being around the aura, it's always, it's a blessing for her to be a part of this. And, it's a lot of fun.
Now, you and kind of, but it seemed like you got a little bit there at the half. What sparked that interaction? It seemed like it carried over into the second.
Yeah, that's just what we do. We got a lot of respect for him. I have a lot of respect for what he's doing. We've been tapped in for a long time. So it's a real relationship. He's been playing his ass off this year. I've been watching, I've been studying and paying attention. So very bright future. I'm fun completing it. So that's my careers.
What did you see in the game you were out? Were you watching it if I'm out there, or were you watching it and seeing, bro, how are you watching it?
Just finding spots, seeing the pace. You get to see it at a whole different angle. Instead of like watching film, it's different watching a full game at the house. So I can be patient, come over here, and not try to force anything, just make the right play. We have guys that can create big plays for each other, so it makes it a lot easier.
Playoff spot.
Yeah.
16 games left. What do you think?
Came a long way, for sure. I think that's the 6th spot. That's not even late. So that's pretty impressive. Still have room to grow, still have things to work on. Our goal is enjoy the mission we try to do.
Justin, haven't watched the game. Last week, had Cam Johnson's game winner, had the Milwaukee game, and Mikal's game saving block.
Fun, entertaining. Like I said, never got to be the guy that's cursing out the TV screen and standing up and jumping around the house. Usually, even if you're injured, usually on the bench. You're not at the. It's a new experience for me. I had a friend come over that wasn't scared of COVID, but he stayed at a distance, and we just enjoyed it together.
Tyler Hero, he's the guy that said he's the one. Do you see kind of any similarities with his game and yours?
I see a go-getter, man. I won't even do him the discredit of, comparing himself to me. People always, say this person plays like that. Like, let him have his own way when he's doing that. the clear-cut six-man of the year. You know, even though he's obviously not a six-man, the way he plays at his talent level. So, you know, it's been, you know, it sounds like the old head, but it's been fun to watch him from high school, you know, to Kentucky now to the league. It's pretty impressive to see all the coaches.
Talk about how much to have you reach out to him, and I know that you were the same way with guys like Kobe that reached out to you. Just what is that for you? Hear from someone that they grow up watching you.
Yeah, I mean, I love the, you know, the real relationships, especially with me and Tyler. It started a long time ago. You know, I don't talk to a lot of guys in the NBA. I think I can do a better job of, you know, talking to younger players. But he's one of the guys that have a real relationship with it. You know, it's fun being a part, like I said, to see the growth and see the confidence level never slip. That's what we always talk about. Let that confidence slip. I think he went through a stretch last season or the year before. People were giving him a hard time. I was always there, like, stay confident, keep going up, keep going up, folks, and that's what he does.
As you know, in the country with COVID, like the number falling, the league are falling. So how surprised were you when you all of a sudden you were told?
Yeah, I was surprised. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'll be the last one from the NBA that gets it, especially with playoffs. The playoffs are part of us. And I think a lot of people are getting it the second and third time around are asymptomatic, not feeling much. You know, I was watching. You know, we'll see. That's over my pay grade. That's a decision by the NBA to come home and figure those things out. But just have to follow the rules.
This minute ago. Do you think this team is something better than that?
I think so. Not from like a personnel standpoint, just the experience of last year. I think early in the season last year, we had a lot of learning curves. Even through the playoffs, just understanding how much the details matter. Just certain little things that can make or break a game for you. And our team understands that through and through. I think that's why we've been so successful in clutch time minutes this year. Is, you know, just understanding the value of every possession of both ends.
Yeah, with the office. I was seeing growth just in this small stretch of that time.
Yes. He made a comment. I forgot it was, or I'm not going to say it right now. He said, "I said you sound like CP3 making that statement." So that's what it is, man. That's what we said when, you know, Chris went out, and not knowing I was going to go out. We have to take advantage of this time. Just get better. You know, the ball's going to be in other people's hands. Other people going to get shots. Great for each other and find different ways. I think we've done a good job of that.
Finish with Kellen on two.
Well, Kellen, in Miami now.
My fault. I just got one for you, Book, and then you can head out. You guys talk about good to great trip all the time. This is another one of those examples. You guys end the road trip the right way. Can you take us through the extra motivation you guys find to take that flight back to Phoenix with a win?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted this one bad, to be completely honest. We have a lot of respect for, you know, their team, especially for what they did to us in Phoenix. You know, we have a lot of respect for their coaching staff, and even being around Spo and the guys at All-Star was a great experience. And me and Spo always make the joke of drafting me 5, 6, 7 years ago in the draft. So, you know, we just want to prove a point. You know, they're playing the best basketball over here in the East, and, you know, we're doing the same.